Sorry, my brain is spinning like a rotisserie chicken in here. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to rank some of the best and worst pop culture moments from this year. This year felt really long, yet really short. Like, I can't believe that this year is over. Actually, it's like December 9th, but I can't believe that this year is almost over. There are a lot of things that happened this year, so I'm gonna rank the things that happened that are film, TV, media related that I think stand out, and also some of the things that you guys suggested. Reminder that this is not that deep. I'm doing a ranking based off of the moments itself. It doesn't have to do with the people that are part of these pop culture moments. So it's time to sit back and rot our brains as we reminisce about the dumpster fire that was this year. For this ranking, there's 5 tiers. At the top is My Roman Empire, a pop culture reference from this year that felt fitting. If you don't know what this means, first of all, congratulations. The My Roman Empire trend started with women asking the men in their lives the simple question, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And the general consensus is that men think about it a lot, which left women baffled. So when someone says something is the Roman Empire, it means that they think about it a lot, or they think about it all the time. So the top tier is for my favorite pop culture moments that I think about a lot and will probably look back on and remember the most. The second tier is culture, meaning that it was a pop culture trend or moment that had a lot of impact or was widely talked about, but it's not a personal favorite. In the middle is okay, just meaning I couldn't care less about it. Second to last is ouch girl, for the things or scandals that pretty much made me go ouch girl. Like, they're not bottom of the barrel bad, but they're pretty bad and they're pretty unfortunate. And the bottom tier is guillotine, for all the things that shouldn't have happened and I'm shocked actually happened. And we're gonna start off strong by ranking Heidi Klum as a peacock. So every year Heidi Klum throws a big Halloween bash and she goes all out, and this year she wore a peacock costume that was a multi-person costume, so she was the body and all the other people were the feathers. They like stacked on each other like they were a Cirque du Soleil act. It's a step up from the worm costume last year. Actually, is it? Maybe it's a step down, actually, if we're really thinking about camp as the goal here. I honestly think I'm just gonna put this one in the middle. I don't care enough about this one. The next thing is the whole Nepo Baby discourse. All the articles that dropped exposing the children of famous, successful, rich people and the discourse that followed. Technically, the articles came out at the end of December last year, but it started off the year with a lot of discourse online about Nepo babies that I also contributed to. It was really chaotic, though, because it felt like in some places we just lost the plot, and I don't even know if we got anywhere productive because it is a very nuanced issue, but it was an internet pit of fire that I wasn't quite prepared for, so we're gonna put that in ouch girl. So next is Shakira's diss track. Very early this year on January 11th, Shakira dropped an iconic breakup track with Argentine producer Bizarrap titled Music Session Number 53, and it has since gone viral. The song is a diss track about Shakira's ex-partner, Spanish soccer player Gerard Piqué, and his cheating. They were together for 12 years and he cheated on her with a 22-year-old, and she found out through a jar of jam, no less. The song got over 63 million views in the first 24 hours, so it became the biggest debut for a Latin song on YouTube. She flamed this man, as she should, so it's going at the top because it is peak girl boss. Next is The Last of Us and the Pedro Pascal hype that happened earlier this year. So The Last of Us is a post-apocalyptic HBO drama series based off of a video game. It's about a global pandemic that destroys civilization, and a survivor played by Pedro Pascal has to take charge of a 14-year-old played by Bella Ramsey, who may be the last hope for humanity. And it is so good, like they both did so well, and it kicked off the internet's obsession with the two of them, specifically Pedro Pascal. Like, there's this one Pedro Pascal edit that I've seen everywhere. If you know, you know. It's all anyone was talking about, and I loved it. So it was a cultural moment, but not my Roman Empire, so I'm gonna put it in the second tier. Now we have the Teen Wolf movie. I've never watched Teen Wolf, but I know exactly what happens in the show. Like, I know an insane amount of what happens in this show for someone who hasn't watched the show at all. So it feels like I have watched it. I considered doing a commentary video on the Teen Wolf movie, but then I decided against it. Everything I heard about this movie was awful, and then I tried to watch it and it was exactly what I would have expected. I'm also still very bitter for Arden Cho and about how things turned out for her, so I'm gonna put this at the very bottom. And now, of course, I couldn't do this entire video without ranking the Renaissance Tour and the Eras Tour. I did put them together because they are the two biggest tours that happened this year, and it would have felt redundant to separate them out. You want to spot an A-list celebrity, just go to one of their concerts. Did I go see either of them? No, because purchasing the tickets and also the prices just drove me away. But I've seen all the videos and it's all anyone talks talked about. Taylor balancing the US economy is kind of insane. Blue Ivy making her iconic stage debut, amazing. There is a large cultural and media impact that these tours had on this year, so I can't put this anywhere but the top. And next is Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. I don't care much about celebrity relationships, let me just clarify that first. But I just think the conversations I've seen around this particular relationship have been hilarious. Just some thinking that this was entirely unexpected, some people saying that it's a PR relationship, which seems to be the response to any celebrity relationship nowadays. I remember seeing this one viral comment that was like, what do you think they talk about? And I was like, what do you mean? I understand that people think Timothy gives haunted Victorian child, however, he is very much a city boy frat dude.
Y'all going for the South! He's a dog. Down! Dog!
Like he's Lil Timmy Tim. What do you mean, what do they talk about? They make so much sense. I'm like indifferent to them as a couple, but the internet's responses, at least the ones I've seen, make me want to put it in culture. Now we have Netflix's anti-password sharing policy. So in May, Netflix implemented this new policy in over 100 countries where you can't share your password outside of your household. Like you can share your password with multiple devices in your household, but if you share the password outside of your household, you have to pay extra money to do that. Netflix, I have beef with you for this. I used to save my friends and family that don't live with me so much hassle by just sharing my Netflix password with them, but now I can't do that. It's so dumb, and the worst part is that now other streaming services are probably going to start doing that, and then I'm just going to want cable back. So this is going at the bottom. Next, we have Rihanna's halftime show. I'm not a football girly by any means, like I only watch the Super Bowl for the halftime performances, and Rihanna's was a highly anticipated one because she hasn't released music in years, she hasn't performed in years, and she not only performed for the first time in years, but she also announced her pregnancy, so slay. Women announcing pregnancies while performing will always be an iconic genre of performance. A lot of people tuned in to watch, like I think it became one of the most watched halftime performances. Also, the show's choreography and people reenacting it on TikTok was also pretty funny and iconic, so it's gonna go in the second tier. And next is the big red boots. I was late to the big red boots thing. I wish I knew about fashion, but I don't. Basically, this is a trend that emerged from February's New York Fashion Week. It's from the brand Mischief, and the boots look like this. The brand is known for being experimental and using their products to make bold statements, like they had medical casts for shoes that they were selling a long time ago. So this time they made boots that a cartoon character would wear, and a lot of celebrities wore them despite the fact that they're apparently really hard to put on. Like Lil Wayne wore them, Ciara wore them, Steve Aoki wore them, and I don't really care. I don't care. I was late to this anyway, so. Next pop culture moment is of course Ariana DeBose's BAFTA rap. At the BAFTAs this year, Ariana DeBose was performing an original rap on stage where she was honoring the female nominees for the night. And in this rap, she said, Angela Bassett did the thing, Viola Davis, my woman king, while doing this like shoulder shimmy. Angela Bassett did the thing, Viola Davis, my woman king. And it went viral and a lot of people started reposting it. A lot of people called it cringy, and unfortunately it got so out of hand that Ariana had to delete her Twitter account. And for what? Like, why are people so quick to boot harmless people off the internet? Like, someone from The Guardian called it deeply and unsettlingly confusing when it's just a fun rap, like a little kitschy at worst. But not even, because it came full circle when Angela Bassett won Entertainer of the Year at the NAACP Image Awards, and she said, I guess Angela Bassett did the thing. So really, it's iconic. So, while it's not my Roman Empire, I'm gonna put this in the second tier. Alright, next is all the Selena Gomez versus Hailey Bieber drama from this year, but more specifically Eyebrowgate, because that was all over my TikTok. So everyone on the internet seems to be under the impression that Selena and Hailey have been feuding for years because of their relationships with Justin Bieber. In last October, they were pictured together, squashing the rumors, but this year there was a TikTok Kendall Jenner and Hailey Bieber made that got everyone thinking that they were shading Selena Gomez. And then Eyebrowgate happened. And basically that started with Selena Gomez posting on her story a picture of her eyebrows, saying that she laminated her eyebrows too much. And then Kylie Jenner posted a picture of her face, and then on her eyebrows was the text, "This was an accident, question mark, question mark." And then Kylie Jenner also posted a picture on her story of her on FaceTime with Hailey, but you can only see their eyebrows. And so people took that and ran with it and thought that they were shading Selena Gomez. I don't particularly care about the drama overall because Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez have been telling people to stop, but this drama is so exhausting and it's just too convoluted and messy, so it's going to be an ouch girl. Next is Cole Sprouse on the Call Her Daddy podcast. It's the way that I learned how this man lost his virginity completely against my own will. I truly cannot believe that his Tumblr experiment was over 10 years ago because it seems like he still acts the same. Because Cole Sprouse went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and basically just like gave every woman ever the ick. Like, he started smoking during the interview, and then he started talking about how artists get into this industry because they're just so in the head, knowing damn well that he got into this industry when he was 5 years old.
Most of us only join the arts because we're pretty fucked up.
I didn't want to know this information. It wasn't needed, so I'm going to put it at the bottom. All right, so this next pop culture moment is going to sound so made up, but it is not. I swear it's true. Gwyneth Paltrow was asked in court about being friends with Taylor Swift. So Gwyneth Paltrow basically got into this ski accident with a man in 2016, and this man tried to sue her for $300,000 in damages, so she countersued for $1. She was vindicated, but that's not even the part that I'm ranking here. Gwyneth Paltrow was grilled. She was grilled in court about being friends with Taylor Swift. So the lawyer questioning her brought up the fact that years ago Taylor Swift also countersued another man for $1, but that was because a man had assaulted her and he was suing her for defamation, so that's why she countersued. And on the stand, Gwyneth explained that she had not known about this trial years ago, but since then she has learned about it and she knows about it now. And considering the fact that Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't even know all the movies she's been in, I fully believe that she didn't know about the Taylor Swift trial till like now. But then the lawyer proceeds to ask if she's friends with Taylor Swift and if she's given gifts from Goop to Taylor Swift.
I was not aware at the time.
Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
No.
Relevance? Overruled?
You're not good friends with Taylor Swift.
I would not say we're good friends. We are friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often.
You've never given Miss Swift personal intimate gifts for Christmas.
Your Honor. Relevance, or I would like a
relevance.
bench trial.
Well, she's just said that she wasn't friends with her, so.
And it's so random and it's so irrelevant to the trial, and I also just don't really care, so I'm gonna put it in the third tier. And now, of course, I felt like I couldn't do this ranking video without including the Met Gala from this year. The Met Gala has become a very unexciting event, as we all know. This year's theme was Karl Lagerfeld, which was quite a choice. I honestly would have loved what the channel Modern Girl suggested, which was an in memoriam theme, because I think that would have been cool to honor other designers that have passed away as well. I mean, the Met Gala gave us so many cat costumes, but I feel like I gotta put it in Ouch Girl. And now again, this was a must for this ranking. The strikes that happened this year were obviously very, very important. The WGA and SAG-AFTRA both went on strike this year for months. I have a whole video on it, and there's also other videos that can help you learn about or get a refresher on why they both had to go on strike. It feels like it went on for so long because it really did. Like, the SAG-AFTRA strike only just ended a few weeks ago. I don't love the fact that they both had to go on strike. Like, that's not what I'm ranking, but it's the act itself. Like, fighting for fair wages and equity in the workplace, that is so important and so incredible that they were able to come to an agreement on. So I'm gonna put that in the top tier. Coming right back down to the bottom, another huge thing that a lot of people were talking about this year was The Idol. The Idol is an HBO drama series starring Lily Rose Depp, and it was created by Sam Levinson and The Weeknd. And it was one of those things that every single person online weighed in on, including me. I am so glad it was canceled. I mean, obviously I'm being very critical of the direction and the writing of the show, but like Troye Sivan, Rachel Sennott, Jennie from Blackpink, they all did really well with what they were given. Like, the execution of the show had so many problems, but they were there to cash their checks. The Weeknd is so interesting because he's done so much good with the money and power that he has, and yet he made The Idol. I still feel robbed of the original story, which would have been an exploration of what it's like to be a woman in the entertainment industry through a woman's perspective, but I guess we'll never get that. So like, I have to put The Idol at the bottom. Now we have Harry Styles shaving his head. Harry Styles shaved his head a few weeks ago, and people worldwide are grieving his locks. I understand that he looks like he manages a band of chipmunks now, but I promise you the hair will grow back. Also, we don't know what he's going through. Some people cut their hair when they're going through an emotional crisis. But yeah, I don't really care. It's gonna grow back, so I'm gonna put this under okay. Now we have the huge cultural phenomenon this year that was Barbenheimer. Barbenheimer is the name for the viral trend and meme of going to see both Barbie and Oppenheimer in theaters on the same day because they came out the same weekend. It was all anyone was talking about. It was all anyone was talking about in the entertainment industry because it was one of the last things to happen before the strike was like official and no one could talk about their work. I watched Barbie and I enjoyed it a lot, but I'm embarrassed to say that I still haven't watched Oppenheimer. I never got around to it, I guess. I just heard mixed things from the people around me in my life who have watched it, so I just never felt super inclined to watch it. But it was arguably the biggest pop culture moment that happened this year, definitely the biggest film pop culture moment that happened this year, so I'm gonna put this in the second tier. And now we've got Colleens' ukulele apology, also known as the toxic gossip train. This was YouTuber Colleen Ballinger's apology for allegations of grooming and taking advantage of young fans. It's a 10-minute ukulele song where she takes no accountability. Yeah. And now, because there's just so much celebrity drama from this year, I have to rank Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's whole relationship debacle. So the whole deal with Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater is that they're both working on the Wicked movie together currently. Ethan Slater, by the way, is known for being a stage actor, particularly for playing SpongeBob on Broadway. He and Ariana were both married to their respective partners at the beginning of this year. Ethan's ex-wife had just given birth to their baby, and allegedly he and Ariana had an affair with each other and then divorced their spouses. Every single detail that kept coming out about this scandal was just messier and messier. Like the fact that they had been on double dates all the time with each other, the fact that Ethan Slater's ex-wife was his high school sweetheart, the fact that she was only a few months postpartum when this happened. And because of misogyny and also the fact that Ariana Grande is really famous, more famous than Ethan Slater, this prompted a lot of people to look into her past and into her past relationships and her alleged history of being a homewrecker. I'm pretty sure Ariana's reps denied that it was a cheating situation, but it's just all so messy that I have to put it in ouch girl. And now I have to rank Lana Del Rey working at the Waffle House. This was in my celebrity side quest video, but Lana Del Rey back in July worked at a Waffle House in Alabama. I think literally the week I was editing this video, Lana Del Rey had an interview where she explained why she was working at the Waffle House, but I didn't get to that in time for me to put it in the video. So she said in an interview with a Hollywood Reporter that she was at the Waffle House with her brother and sister, and then some servers came up to her and they were like, "Do you guys want shirts?" And they were like, "Hell yeah." And then the workers just took pictures and videos with her, and then that was just posted online, and that's what started this all. It was a genuinely hilarious mystery to the internet though for a long time, so I have to put it in the top tier because I think about it all the time. Okay, so next is Twitter changing to X. So as we all know, Elon Musk acquired Twitter in 2022 for $44 billion, and then he rebranded Twitter as X. I don't even have Twitter, but I miss that little bird. Also, I don't like Elon Musk, so I'm gonna put this at the bottom. On a similar note, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg nearly had a cage fight this year. So Elon and Mark's beef can be traced back to 2016, but I'm just gonna read out the timeline of this year. So in January, Musk tweeted that Instagram makes people depressed, and in May, he said that WhatsApp can't be trusted. Then in June, in response to someone saying Zuckerberg does jujitsu on Twitter, Musk tweeted back, "I'm up for a cage match if he is, LOL." Zuckerberg then responded with a screenshot of Musk's tweet and a caption stating, "Send me location" on his Instagram story. Right after the launch of the Threads app, Zuckerberg went to Twitter for the first time in over 10 years, and he posted the popular meme of two Spider-Men pointing at each other to hint that Threads was now competing with Twitter. Afterwards, Musk took things a step further by tweeting Zuck is a and then proposing a literal dick measuring contest. Sorry, my brain is spinning like a rotisserie chicken in here. They just sort of like went back and forth on Twitter for a bit, and then people kind of doubted whether this fight was happening at all. On July 27, Mark expressed doubt that the fight was going to happen. However, Elon refuted that doubt by trying to set a date. So throughout August, the two of them had been tweeting each other, trying to suggest dates without actually agreeing on anything, until eventually Mark publicly stated that it's time to move on. I know you might not believe this considering I spent like a whole minute and a half explaining this BS, but I don't care about it, so I'm gonna put it in the third tier. And of course, I have to rank Riverdale ending. Riverdale ended this year after 7 incohesive seasons. Do I like Riverdale? Only ironically, I watched season 1 in random episodes out of context. Like there's a cult led by Chad Michael Murray at some point, there's a Grim Reaper, there's a serial killer named the Black Hood, there's also a killer named Gargoyle King. Cheryl gets Phoenix powers, I think, and also gets possessed by her grandma or something like that. Something about maple syrup? It's campy, it's not good TV, but it's fun TV, unless you like musicals like me, in which case sometimes it feels like a crime. I think it needs to go under culture because it is truly impressive. It's impressive how many people have talked about this show despite not watching it. And next is the relationship that is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So Taylor Swift is currently dating Kansas City Chiefs football player Travis Kelce. It was literally all over the news every day. It still to a certain extent kind of is, but not as much as it was like last month or 2 months ago. I love Taylor's music. music. Let me just make that clear. I love her music. I am a folklore and evermore girly, but I don't care about the lore of her personal life, especially her love life. The most I cared about it was having to be explained who Travis Kelce is because, again, I don't watch football, but like I really do not care about this relationship. Sorry, so I'm gonna put that in the middle. Next, we have Selena Gomez's I'll never be a meme again moment. So at the VMAs this year, Selena Gomez went viral for her many reactions in the audience. The first being her reaction to Olivia Rodrigo's performance, where Olivia had staged a malfunction and Selena looked concerned and put her hands over her ears. She very quickly shut down any rumors of shade and said that she just heard a loud noise, which is why she did that. But also, when Chris Brown was announced as a nominee in the Best R&B Video category, Selena Gomez had scrunched up her face in a way that looked like disapproval. By the way, to my understanding, people don't like Chris Brown anymore because he was abusive towards women. So when I started seeing this on social media, it was mostly people just saying that Selena Gomez was fine to react that way. But after the clip made rounds on social media, Selena Gomez went on her Instagram story saying, "I'll never be a meme again. I'd rather sit still than be dragged for being myself. Much love." So I must have missed seeing the hate she got for it. So I think I'm gonna put it under ouch girl because I don't know what happened here, but damn. The next thing I'm ranking is the whole Hunger Games Josh Hutcherson renaissance from this past month because of the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Part of this is also people loving Tom Blythe. I enjoyed the book even though it wasn't my favorite, and I haven't seen the movie yet, but I have heard good things about the performances. People are starting to switch up and not hate Rachel Zegler as much, and thank God, because I simply did not understand why people were so hateful towards her in the first place. Me and Rachel Zegler are like this, okay, leave her alone. But I am so here for the resurgence of everyone's love for PETA if it wasn't for the baby Malark. Like, I will die on the hill that is he was always the better choice than the Prim Reaper. Also, that whistle meme of Josh Hutcherson is just so funny and I laugh every time, and I wish I could put it in this video, but I just know that I will get a copyright claim. Truly one of my favorite parts of this year, so I'm gonna put it at the top. Second to last is Kim Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian's wedding fight. Apparently Kim and Kourtney have feuded so many times over the years, and this year they had a very big fight regarding Kourtney's wedding. So apparently Kim refused to have a good time at Kourtney's wedding, but also Kourtney had partnered with Dolce & Gabbana for her wedding, bringing out archival pieces from the 90s for her guests and herself. So at Kourtney's wedding, Kim was talking with the people at D&G and having business conversations with them, and then only 4 months later they also worked on a limited collection together that was inspired by archival pieces that D&G has from the years 1987 to 2007. Kourtney said that initially Kim said that it was like a deal with Skims and that Skims was going to be part of it, but then later revealed in a casual phone call that Skims was not going to be part of it. So Kourtney was upset by the fact that A, Kim used her wedding as like a business conference, and B, she stole the collaboration idea and did the same thing 4 months later. Kim said that she was surprised that Kourtney was mad at her over this, despite the fact that earlier in the season she said that she anticipated Kourtney being mad at her over this, and she said that she tried to be respectful as possible over this, and I just really wish that these were my problems. Oh my god. I have to put it in the middle. I can't fathom having problems like this. I feel like literally anything Kardashian related would just go in the third tier. Lastly, I decided to rank Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban accidentally outing Bo Burnham and Phoebe Bridgers' relationship. So Phoebe Bridgers is friends with Taylor Swift. She's also part of the band Boy Genius with members Lucy and Julian, and they've all opened for Taylor Swift at her concerts. Phoebe for a long time was dating and rumored to be engaged to Pedro Pascal. No. Paul Mescal. Why do they have the same name? They had broken up, and then there was rumors that she was with Bo Burnham, but they weren't confirmed at all. So on one of Taylor's concert nights, Bo Burnham and Phoebe Bridgers attend her concert as VIP guests. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are also watching the concert in the VIP tent. Keith and Nicole posted a video of them online just jamming out at her concert and having fun, but in the back was Bo Burnham and Phoebe Bridgers making out, so they hard launched their relationship, which is rough for the couple that wanted to stay private, but an honest mistake for Nicole and Keith, and also a little funny, but I'm gonna put that in ouch girl. And that is the ending of my ranking. The bottom tier is so disorienting, but I think we have a good list here. I really hope you enjoy this video. Please give it a like, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already and you want to see more videos like this. If there's anything I missed, leave a comment and tell me where you would put it in this ranking, and thank you so much for watching.